There's a most delicious kingdom that needs a ruler. It should probably be you, and you have your sugar gnomes to help you out. But to get them there, you have to progress through the land of little big dreams to reach the Hall of Enlightenment in CookieRun Kingdom, which was published by Gemblow Inc., who helped sponsor this video. Hi everybody, my name is Nick Murphy of the Brothers Murph, and we are here with BoardGameGeek. Well, I've got my gnomes geared up and ready to go, so let's get this game down to the table and learn how to play CookieRun Kingdom. CookieRun Kingdom is a tile-laying worker placement game where players are trying to create the most delectable kingdom they can. They will place out their sugar gnomes to expand their kingdom, fight monsters, and gather resources, all in the hopes of gaining victory points. But before we get into all that, let's go over the setup. Place the construction board and the adventure board in the center of the table. Assemble the two halves of the episode track and place it above the construction board with the round marker on round 1, Land of Little Big Dreams. Shuffle and place the stack of level 1 buildings here and then turn over the top 3. Do the same with the level 2 buildings. If you're playing with less than 4 players, make sure to remove the tiles that have the 4 on them and remove the ones with 3 as well if you're playing with 2 players. Shuffle the landmark tiles and place 6 tiles out for a 4-player game, 5 for a 3-player game, and 4 for a 2-player game. The leftover tiles won't be used. Take the Cookie Castle tiles and place them here with their level 2 side up. Place the balloon die next to the balloon dock space on the adventure board, and then sort and shuffle the monster decks and place each deck in its space on the bottom of the adventure board here. Place the battle die next to this. Each player will take a kingdom board and then place 1 green forest tile here and 1 purple forest tile here. Take 5 sugar gnomes in your color and place 3 here and 2 off to the side. Each player takes 1 of each cookie meeple and chooses 1 to place here on their kingdom board, and the rest will be off to the side for now. Each player receives 7 coins and then choose a first player, and that concludes the setup. CookieRun Kingdom is played over 8 rounds called episodes. Each round will have the production phase, the sugar gnome phase, and the organizing phase. Note that the production phase will be skipped in round 1, but during the subsequent rounds, your tiles in your kingdom that have the production icon at the top will all produce. These will give you coins, aurora pillars, or some may allow you to exchange 3 coins for an aurora pillar once per round. You will activate all of your tiles and gain your resources. Now we move on to the sugar gnome phase, which is the worker placement phase. Starting with the first player, players will take turns placing 1 of their sugar gnomes. At the start of the game, each player has 3 sugar gnomes they may place, and note that some spaces may be blocked depending on the player count. There are 6 spots to place your gnomes. At the train station, you may purchase 1 aurora pillar for 3 coins or 2 pillars for 8 coins. At the balloon dock, you will roll the balloon die and collect resources for what you rolled, 3 or 4 coins, an aurora pillar, coins equal to how many cookies you have on your kingdom board, or coins equal to the current round. At the seaside market, you'll gain coins. If you place a gnome on the bottom spaces, you must place it in the leftmost available space, and then you will gain the coins listed there. You may also place your gnome in the long top space to gain 2 coins. Note that this space is not limited and any number of gnomes can be in this space, though the player who goes here first will be the first player for next round. There are some wanted monsters around the kingdom, so players can place a gnome at today's bounties to fight one of them. Note that if you place your gnome in this space, you gain a coin. When you go here, you will choose a level of monster to fight. You will roll the battle die and add the value rolled with how many cookies you have in your kingdom, in this case 2. If the sum of these is equal to or greater than the monster's strength listed here, you win the battle. If it's less, you lose. If you win the battle, you will gain the card and the reward shown in the bottom right of the card. If you fail, nothing happens. The last 2 places are all about building out your kingdom. If you place your gnome on the construction board, you will build a tile in your kingdom. If you place your gnome with the level 1 buildings, you will choose one of the face-up buildings, pay its costs shown here on the tile, and then you will place it in an open space on your kingdom board. Note that you cannot build the same building twice. You can place a gnome here to build a level 2 building, or here if you want to gain a landmark. After you gain a level 1 or level 2 building, the tiles will slide over to the right and a new tile is placed out. Landmarks are not replaced. You may also upgrade the Cookie Castle printed on your kingdom board. You must upgrade in order, so you have to buy a level 2 Cookie Castle and then upgrade it to a level 3 later. When you upgrade your castle, you will gain one of the gnomes you set aside at the beginning of the game. This is immediately available for use. Note that you cannot upgrade to level 2 until round 4, and you cannot upgrade to level 3 until round 6. There is a reminder of this on the round tracker. On the tiles, there are various abilities that will trigger at different times. Tiles with the green production label up top will trigger during each production phase. The brown labels will trigger when they state. Some will trigger right when you build them, like the cookie house, which gives you 2 cookies. The carpentry shop, jewelry salon, toy store, and smithy will all trigger when you place a gnome at a certain location. The barrel inn triggers when you roll a die, and the maison du cake and dairy factory trigger during battles. Labels at the top of landmark tiles will trigger during endgame scoring and will score you points in a variety of ways. The last action your sugar gnomes can do is expand your territory by getting rid of your starting forest tiles. You must first clear the leftmost forest and then the rightmost. This will cost either 1 or 2 Aurora pillars, and you will gain a cookie for clearing a forest. You now also have 2 more spaces to put your buildings. Once all players have placed all of their gnomes, the organizing phase happens. All players will gain back their gnomes and place them on their kingdom board. Discard the rightmost tiles from the building 1 and 2 rows and slide the remaining tiles over and refill. Finally, advance the round marker and begin the next round with the production phase. If it's the end of the 8th round, we proceed to endgame scoring. At the end of the game, players will count up their victory points. Count up your points on your buildings, defeated monsters, and removed forest tiles. Every 5 coins you have is 1 point, and every Aurora pillar is worth a point as well. Lastly, score any landmark tiles you have. These can score in a number of different ways. And at the end of scoring, the player with the most points wins and has the most awesome Cookie Kingdom. CookieRun Kingdom is all about managing your money and Aurora pillars and trying to get your kingdom built out the best. And this game is relatively simple rules-wise and can be used as a great first foray into worker placement and tile placement mechanics for kids who are starting to get into more strategic games. And if CookieRun Kingdom seems like a game you'd enjoy, make sure to check it out. And until next time, I've been Nick Murphy, we're here with BoardGameGeek, and that is how you play CookieRun Kingdom. Have a great day.